Hello, Heidi Easley here, and welcome back. And thank you so much for signing up for the three-part mini series. I'm really excited to kind of teach you a step-by-step way of creating a mixed media project that will not only be kind of simple, but something really fun and something exciting to work on. So I took a few notes because I wanted to talk to y'all just a little bit about kind of how I got started, and I didn't want to forget anything, and I want to make sure that you know kind of where I came from and why I'm here at this point. So if I look down at my notes, that's why. So I apologize. Um, I think sometimes with art, starting is half the battle, and I think this is why I really want to put this together for y'all because sometimes it is hard to start. You're just not really sure what to do first. So that's why I put this together for you. I just really want to show you that something kind of that you can be really successful at, and something that's really fun too, and kind of see where art can take you. Okay, so I always had this feeling I could offer more. I remember when I was, younger, I was just, starting college, and I was working as a sub at this little elementary school while I was going through school. Well, going through school, working at school. Does that make sense? Anyway, I was teaching, I was doing little sub work, and I would make little cards, and my sister was really good at making salsa. So she would make her homemade salsa, and I would bring it to the teacher's lounge, and I would try to do my own little sale on the side while I was working. So I always kind of had this entrepreneurial spirit and this drive to do other things. And then whenever we moved to Florida, and we had all this, things we were doing, we were successful at it. But around 28, 29, my husband lost his job, and everything crashed. We lost everything. We lost our house, we lost our cars, we had to sell everything we owned, and it was humiliating. And for about 2 weeks, I felt like, the lowest loser in the planet, and I felt like I, couldn't go on. I was just kind of in this really, really dark place, and then I kind of picked myself up, and I thought, no, I'm gonna do some art. I'm gonna create and kind of get myself out of this spot. So that's what I did. So I just started painting again. And I remember I was, kind of making my house look like a beach house. And I wanted to cut out some little surfboards and paint them. Well, I worked at a school again at the time. I was a teacher at that point. And so I had painted these little surfboards, and I brought them up to school to work on them after class. And the kids went crazy, and they were all like, oh my gosh, make me one of these. I want one of these. Where can I get one? And they were so excited. And so I went home that night, and I told my husband, I said, I think I could sell these. I think people would want to buy them, and they could help our situation. So, I approached this little place that we were at, and I asked if I could rent a little sidewalk space and do this. So me and my family, we had, sought out all of these surfboards. We were getting ready. We were going to open up this little business, and you know, here I am. I have nothing left. I'm living in an apartment. I have, just the bare essentials. I'm just, I'm at the bottom. All I can do is go up, I feel like. So I, started this little surfboard business. Well, the first day. Okay, so I was so sick to my stomach. I was like, this has to work. It can't just work. It has to work. I don't have an option. Like, this has to work. I don't know if you've ever had a feeling like that where everything is on the line, and this is, what has to work. That's how I felt. So remember opening up that first day, and I sat there and waited, and nobody's buying. And I sat there and I sat there and I was totally freaked out. So what do you do when you risk everything and put it all on the line and then it doesn't work? I go to Buffalo Wild Wings. What do y'all do? So here I am. I am headed to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm drowning my sorrows. I'm, sitting there with my mother-in-law and one of her friends, and I'm just like, what do I do? Oh my gosh, this isn't working. And so I'm there about an hour, and then my husband calls me, and he frantically is like, get over here. We have orders. Oh my gosh, get over here now. And, by then I had drowned my sorrows. So I head back, and I'm like, what? There's orders? What are you talking about? And so I guess, the beach lifestyle, everybody's on the beach during the day, and at night they come to shop and to eat. And so that's where my sales were. They're at night, not during the day. And so needless to say, I spent the next 2 months, and over that 2 months, I sold over 1,000 hand-painted surfboards, and each one was customized to each person, and I had so much fun. And I made a choice at that moment that I will never, ever let a situation define me. I will always, take that situation no matter how hard it could be. And in that time, I felt like the biggest loser in the world and I had totally failed. And so instead of me, staying in that moment, I decided to use art to get me out of that dark place and to move on. So what was really cool about that summer is, not only did I learn that I could make these choices and do better for my family, but I also learned that art was totally where it's at for me. And I learned, how to paint really, really fast. I mean, when you have 2 months and you're painting 1,000 personalized surfboards, sometimes 60 in one evening. I mean, I learned so much. I learned how to paint fast, and I learned how to, create art. Like, I was a lot of times looking at other people's inspiration. Well, they would kind of tell me an idea, and I really got to learn how to just, use my creative spirit and kind of go with what they wanted. So I loved when they would come back, and get their art piece that they ordered, and then I would present it to them and how happy it made them. So that kind of feeling of art just really stuck with me. And, I know art saved me, and I know that God gave me this for a reason. And I don't know, let's hear it thinking about it. I don't know what all He has planned for me for this. I don't know what all He has planned for me with art, but I know I will spend the rest of my life finding out. So I'm just really excited to share with y'all what I've done. I'm really excited to kind of go on this journey with y'all, and I just want y'all to know that, this is where I'm at. I'm really, really, I know that there's something that I'm supposed to offer, and I know that I'm really excited about, you coming on the journey with me. So I just want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes, and I'm sorry for the tears. Oh my gosh. Embarrassing. Okay. So, all right. So I just, and I also want y'all to know that, if you have a heavy burden or maybe your life is stressful, I believe sometimes that art can let us forget about those things, even if it's momentarily. And just like I shared with y'all with, losing everything and not sure where to go, I used art as a way out, and it really, really helped me through it. I feel like it has that power. So I want to leave y'all with my favorite quote that kind of sums this up. All right, we ask ourselves, and this is by Marianne Williamson. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us, all of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. We are all brilliant and liberated from our own fear. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence actually liberates others. So I think art allows us to connect to a part of ourselves to help us thrive. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed, my story, and kind of, if you want to leave comments, maybe how art has, helped you through a dark time, I would love to hear about that. And tomorrow morning in your inbox, you will have the directions and all the information on the oh my gosh, I'm on my other project. In your inbox tomorrow, you will have all the directions and all the things for the step-by-step mixed media project. Again, thanks for listening, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.